Hey Mandy, this is Joe. Let's take a look at what you sent. So just to start at the beginning, when you sent this logo, love it. I think it's pretty cool. Mandy Apartments. So let's build behind that. Like the colors, the red, the black, and there's some gray in there. Um, might make a site a little dark, but we can work with those in different hues. But here we go. You sent this link, Smart City, right? Which, they're the biggies. They've got four main tabs, and then they also have this tab that I know you love. So when we go here, that's the neighborhoods. Bunch of pictures and names of cities. We could easily get that information from a mining company like Remine, or in this case, these guys, if I just go to Design District, you probably already knew this. They're using Yardi, right? That's like Remine, or I think you sent Smart Apartment data. Same thing. Doesn't matter to me. If you got an account with them and you can provide us that file, we can set it up to where it gets fed in here. I can't imagine that these would change that much. I know right now it's changing because of COVID. Everything's kind of dropping, right? But you got to remember, if I go to neighborhood, I've got a big panel of tiles, and then behind those tiles, I've got a page each with data. That's okay. Those are just multiple pages that we can arrange, but this content's got to come from somewhere. And then are these pictures coming from that data feed, right? It's kind of like e-commerce. I've got a picture of your product, prices, and descriptions, but typically there's there's a picture that goes with all of that, right? Maybe there's that available to us in that account. So you can see Yardi is basically a MLS tool like Remine, any of those that help you drill down to that million bits of data that's available in an IDX. So yeah, I agree. We don't need to connect the IDX directly. We just need an account like this. Now you sent it to us, this smart apartment data. And if you already got an account, if you're already using them, you can see what it costs, 199 bucks a month or 119 a month for the pro, or excuse me, the basic. So that's probably what we needed. And there's a couple of options in here. Supplier, probably locating. I think this is the one you need. Locating even gives you a CRM tool. That's $40 a month or $50 month to month. That's not a bad deal. We might give us a shot to get off the ground with that. If you'd like to have a separate account for you, then we can help you do that instead of it being your broker's account, but it's still got to be tied to a license, I think. And that's fine. We know you have one. So there you go. I mean, this is this theme. Just so you know, Smart City is a listable theme, and it's this one right here, 85 bucks for the license, big deal. But that theme is made a certain way. Smart City has had theirs customized. So yeah, that's not $1,000 website, right? They're pretty big boys and they're feeding it. Now, I need data mining information to fill those pages up with something. Otherwise, we got to run out and go get all that content for you. That's going to turn into a pretty big job, right? The thing that we had at Dallas Magazine, this is a self anchored one pager. So like you can see, it just goes to the section of the page. But guess what they're pulling? That's IDX information or some mining MLS company like Smart Apartment Data or like Yardi, that someone's just, populating a query there, right? So if you have an account or need to get one, that's great. Typeform was the product I was thinking about using for you. They can use a video or a form where we can turn this data into an experience, which was important. So that was that questions and answer quiz. What's your funk? What do you like? Hey, you should live here. And of course, you're the go-to person. We were going to install something like this in the site in order to drive people to, these kinds of things, right? Or we could just build it just like this. We're not copying them, we're replicating, right? It's kind of the same thing, but we're not using their vernacular. We'll go and create the same model because the theme's available to anybody. But as long as the data mining that's behind it is yours or from these guys, Smart Apartments, right? So totally legit. We can do that. If you got this account, need us to set it up, I understand. That'll be monthly ongoing out of a card that you put on file with that. and then we would have some raw data that we can actually dump in here, and then we could formulate it, style it in a little bit of different fashion within the confines of that template, okay? Just so you can see how it works. I think somebody either lowballed you or you're thinking in your mind that it's not that hard. This right here is easily a $5,000–6,000 site, if not more, depending on how much coding's in the background that they customized it, this theme. Because you can take any theme and make it whatever you need it to be, right? And that typically is what's happened, but pretty extensive with the data and the pages. But that's cool. For $1,000, I want to try and see if I can help you. As long as I can get the data, you can supply that with a plan like this. That'll rock it, and then I'll go get this $85 theme. We won't do an IDX. We might need to do this little questionnaire thing that you want to do, and you can see that's either $420 or $640 a year, something like that. Okay, or $840 a year. Probably just go with this one, and then I would do the $50 month to month over here to get this thing off the ground. Then you can generate some income, and then maybe secure the year or lock it up a little longer as you need, right? Even with this plan here for the questionnaire, the quiz, you know, we can do that. So, and you're allowed 5,000 responses per month, unlimited logic jumps. So it's pretty cool how this sets up. It really sets the stage, asks the question, and get them to the answer that you have the answer to, which would lead them to what you have to offer, right? So I think we found a plan, a track. Tell me what you think. Try to call. Your voicemail only asked me for my code for some reason. Anyway, thanks.